Hello, I'm Michael with WriterSanctuary. Now, there are a lot of writing apps that are out there, and trying to pick the right one that works for you is can be a bit of a daunting chore. After all, the best writing app is the one that fits all of your needs. Well, today we're going to be looking at Reedsy Studio and whether it's right for you. So, what exactly is Reedsy Studio? Well, Reedsy Studio is a web-based app that was specifically designed for writing novels. It uses industrial standards to format your book to where it looks like a traditional novel. And it's got a slew of helpful tools that allow anybody to write a book and have it easily published. Now, being a web based app means that you can either use it on something like Google Chrome or you can install they're called progressive web apps. Essentially, it's a bookmark that goes on your desktop that works just like the browser version. But no matter what, whether you're using the browser or the desktop version, you need an internet connection. If there's no internet connection, you can't write. So that's kind of a bit of a pain in the ass. It'd be nice if Reedsy put in some kind of offline mode, but maybe that'll be something they put in down the road. But for the most part, the free version works great. I worked with it quite a bit before they start promoting the premium version, which adds a lot more functionality. But even in the free version, you can still write, format, and publish a book directly from Reedsy Studio in PDF, EPUB, and you can also back it up as a docx file. And since it does uses your browser's backbone, anything you have installed in Google Chrome works in Reedsy Studio, whether you're using the browser or the desktop version. In my case, I usually have Grammarly's Chrome extension running in the background as more of a spell checker and grammar checker. I disable the AI writing on purpose, but it's like a spell checker and grammar checker on steroids, and it works beautifully in Reedsy Studio. So, who should use Reedsy Studio? Well, Reedsy Studio is perfect for a traditional novel. So, if you're looking to create something that has a lot of images to it, it might not be the best choice for you. Now, Reedsy does have some image capabilities, but it's nowhere near being able to create a graphic novel from it. A lot of potential uses are for traditional novels, like I said, like the two books that I wrote, Kingmaker and Shadows of Atlantic City. But you can potentially use it for educational materials. There's a book that I was reading through for my anthropology class that I could easily duplicate in Reedsy Studio. So something with an educational tone to it, and you show images like figures. Reedsy will still work with that pretty well. But if you need to be able to format or move images or create a side by side, it's a lot more difficult if you can do it at all. Now, Reedsy Studio does have some kind of HTML capability, but I've never used it outside of just basic formatting. So there might be some uses you can get out of it, but it's mostly designed for writing a novel. But the bottom line is that Reedsy Studio is focused more on creating the text-only books as opposed to something that has a lot of images to it. Um, Hopefully, this is something that the developers will address later on. But from their novel writing perspective, the app works exceptionally well. So, how does Reedsy Studio help authors? Well, let's take a look at what the app can do. How many words you want to write per day, and tomorrow, this week, this month, or you can set custom goals for specifics on how many words you want to write within like 9 days if you wanted. Now, all of this works great if you configure the days you write, which you can do down at the bottom. But the bottom line is that I like setting up the goals. It helps me write. It helps me keep motivated to write. In fact, using these goals and deadlines, I was able to finish Kingmaker 2 weeks in advance. So it was kind of fun to try to break my record each day of how many words I needed to write. Another aspect of Reedsy Studio that can help you is distraction-free and pre-formatted text. So what I mean by that is that we can minimize Reedsy Studio to be distraction-free, so I can write to my heart's content. And as you can tell, it is pre-formatted with paragraphs and indents automatically. So there's no wraparound text. It looks just like you're writing a book. Now, for a lot of people, that might not be a deal breaker, but for me, it is. I enjoy having things organized and having the margins set to where it looks like I'm writing a book instead of just wrapping throughout the entire screen. Then it helps me keep focused, and then I can gauge whether a paragraph is too long or if I need to break something up, because I still don't want to create a wall of text where entire page is nothing but one giant paragraph. It's 2026 and people don't have that kind of attention span. But in any case, you can create a distraction free layout, whether that was from the app, a desktop app. If you use something like Google Chrome, all you have to do is hit F11, distraction free all the way. Of course, that's true with everything you create. Sometimes I'll do distraction free when I'm using WordPress. So F11 in Google Chrome is quite handy. But in any case, the desktop app does have a distraction free layout and you can just write. Something else to consider is the common inline formatting while you're writing your text. So when you're writing something, you just highlight the words that you want to adjust, and then you have the option to turn them into paragraph. You can create headers. You can set the alignment, left, center, or right. Bullet lists, numbered lists, quotes, the HTML code block. You can turn everything bold, italicized, underlined, strike through. And then you have your super and subscripts, links, and you can also leave yourself comments, which I will talk about here in a moment. But anyway, you have all the basic formatting tools for a novel. Now, you really don't need much more than that if you're just writing a book. Another great aspect of Reedsy Studio is the tracking changes and your writing timeline. Now, this is great if you're writing by yourself. You can go back and change. Like if you were to mess up your novel, you can go back in time and go back, revert it to a point where it didn't get screwed up. Or if you're tracking changes, if you have collaborators, so that you can see who changed what and when. Now, there is some limited ability to monitor your writing timeline in the free version, but if you upgrade to the paid premium version of Reedsy Studio, you can track timelines to the end of time. And to access either one of those tools, you have your track changes here on the right. You can enable it, and then now it'll track every change that anybody makes throughout the novel. Your writing timeline is right below it, and this will give you a breakdown of all the times that you've ever made any changes. So I can revert it back to that, which was before I added all that other good fun stuff. And if you just are done, you just hit exit. You don't have to revert. You can create new versions at any time. This is automatically saved on kind of like a heartbeat. Once Reedsy Studio detects that there were changes made, it'll automatically create a timestamp. Now, tracking changes and the writing timeline especially helped me a lot when I was writing Kingmaker. I had to go back, and there are a few times where people screwed things up to where one of my collaborators turned something into a block quote, but that was easy to fix. So the writing timeline and the tracking changes is you may not think that you're going to use it, but you will, especially if you have collaborators. Okay, another aspect of Reedsy Studio is the integrated pages, chapters, and parts that are in the manuscript. And to access those, it's really easy. We will just go here on the left, expand that, and from here we can add a new chapter or new part if we want to create parts. If we want to add certain pages, we got the front matter pages here. We click on edit. You can see we have dedication, epigraph, table of contents is by default, forward, preface, and acknowledgments. And to add any one of those pages, we just click on the switch to turn it on, and then click into the page itself, and then we can write all of our acknowledgments in this case. And when we're done, we can go through the body. It also has the prologue, introduction, conclusion, epilogue, and afterward. These are back matter stuff that comes in after the manuscript. And then we have the traditional back matter, which is going to be the about the author page, and also by me. Mike, well, it'll have your name as the author, but so if we wanted to do an about page and also by, we click into those. You see these are already pre-formatted for you. Just upload your image, add your social media links, which work better in an ebook because nobody can click on a URL from your printed copy. And you can also add your newsletter sign up form. And I think in Shadows of Atlantic City, I put in my Substack. And you write your bio. Then you have the also by pages that are automatically created for you. You can add your image to the book cover of your latest book. You can add, or one before it, the book title, a quick blurb. The store links work like the links and anything else. Store links are mostly for the ebook version, so you can add in a link to the PDF, Apple Books, Kindle, Kobo, BNN Press, and Play for Google Play. We just add our URL to whatever book we want to show, which is kind of handy. And then you have the arrows here where you can move the book up and down depending on where it is in the list. You can just add more books if you'd like. So the integrated pages are quite useful, especially if you wanted to add, say, something custom. Well, what if you wanted to add a glossary? Now, you noticed Reedsy doesn't have that. So in that case, all you do is you click on Add to the Manuscript, add a new chapter, click on the chapter, rename it. Say we're going to say, whoops, how about we spell it right? Glossary. And then we just create our glossary. And then we can move it around wherever we want. So we can even add the glossary to the back matter itself. So there's actually quite a few pages you can make for Reedsy Studio. Just create a custom and just drag and drop it. Another function that I really like about Reedsy Studio is its newer one is collaborations. This is where other people can help you write or even edit the book. Now, in order for somebody to collaborate with you, they have to have their own Reedsy account, which is free. And so even if you're a paid user and you have a lot of free people that use it, they can still collaborate with you. And when somebody's logged into the same manuscript at the same time you are, everybody gets their own little color-coded image on the left of who's doing what. And then any changes and comments that they make will show up on your writing timeline. Well, track changes. But the collaborations have been extremely helpful, and I am so glad they added this one to it. Okay, so part of the collaborations are, or even just writing by yourself, is leaving comments. So to leave comment, all you got to do is highlight a piece of text, and let's say we want to do something with that. We just hit comment here. We can add a new comment. I did this part. And we hit comment, boom, and now it's there. And now I use this a lot when I'm writing by myself, and my most recent manuscript for Fury has like 40 comments that I've left for myself to go through and fix things. Mostly it's about maybe a certain scene needs a bit more detail, or maybe I need to add a new character name. Point is I can go through each one of these one by one, and then I can either reply to the person who left the comment, in this case it's me, or I can resolve it, or I can edit or delete it. So I usually go through and resolve things. That way it's tracked in my timeline and I'm able to go back in case something gets screwed up. But yeah, I leave a lot of comments for myself, mostly because I am focused on just trying to write the first draft. I don't want to go back and edit everything. And so I will leave a comment that certain things need more details to it, or if I wanted a section that explains a bit more. So I'll leave a comment to myself and just keep writing, because my goal is to finish the first draft. And then I go back and address all the comments I left for myself. Or if I have beta readers helping me or someone helping me write or edit, then I'll go through all their comments before I actually try to actually edit the book. But yeah, the comment part of Reedsy Studio is awesome. Something else I like to bring up for Reedsy Studio is that it allows you to save unlimited books. Now, there's some apps out there that only save up to a handful, like with, I think, Noveler writing app only lets you save up to 5 manuscripts at a time. Reedsy Studio is unlimited. Thing is that it will only track changes for up to, I think it's almost a year, because I think I just got a notification that I haven't touched one of my books in 11 months, and so it's going to lose all those writing timeline registrations, so I can't go back in time on it. But I've already published it, so it doesn't matter. But Reedsy will always save the most recent version of your manuscript, no matter what. So, if you're like me and you have Reedsy, if you have a book on Reedsy for over a year, it's going to dump the all those changes that you can go back and revert to, unless you go into that book and save again. You don't even have to write anything; just access the book and come out, and it'll start the clock again. But yeah, aside from that, you can save as many books as you want. I often archive the ones I'm not working on and call it good. And the last thing I'd like to bring up for Reedsy Studio is the planning board. You got a tools galore, and they've done so much work on this planning board. So with the planning board, this is accessible. You're able to leave limited planning in the free version, but if you upgrade, you get all kinds of goodies. So these are the default things that you get when you first create your book, but you've got all kinds of stuff that you can add to it. So like if we wanted to add let's add some world building. and now we can add armor, business. I've done a video on uh, Reedsy's upgrade to the planning board with the templates, and there's actually quite a few things you can create. So you've got a lot of options here: world building, characters, settings, narrative devices, or you can just create your own from scratch, do a blank note, and then you can add your own stuff, add your own attributes. I use this a lot in Shadows of Night City. It's how I created all my characters. I added images of actors I wanted to play the part, so I had a visualization or a visual of who I wanted to describe as that acting that part. So you don't have to do that, but it was helpful for me. But yeah, there's all kinds of things you can do in the planning board, and it to me, it's if you're going to upgrade either the writing or the planning part of Reedsy, I would aim for the planning board. You just get way more bang for your buck, and you can create as many boards as you'd like. So you can create a one for nothing but research, and save all of your research for this particular book in this one section. Now, that's one of the big things I like about Reedsy Studio is that all the research I do for my books stay with this manuscript. So, like, if I was to do notebooks, handwritten notes, and whatnot, I could lose them and they'd be gone. These research notes I create in the planning board will stay with this manuscript forever. So, you don't lose anything. Now, I would like it if the world building aspect was more cross manuscript because I write a series and I would love for the world building stuff to be the same across all that entire series. But at this point, you don't get that. The world building aspect only works for that specific novel. So it's still, if you're just writing a one-off, it doesn't really matter. The saving the research alone is definitely worthwhile for me. Okay, so what has been my experience with Reedsy Studio thus far? Well, I published my first book, Kingmaker, from the free version, and then I published Shadows of Night City with the premium version, and I'm currently working on Fury in the premium version as well. And so far, I haven't had a single problem with exporting. All my books look great. I did a video on how a video formatted in Reedsy looks in print, and it was brilliant. Now, I do wish that Reedsy Studio had a few more options when it comes to formatting for print or even for ebook. You can do drop caps and some stuff, but you only get 3 options for fonts, and if you could do a little bit more customization, that'd be great. But the 3 that you're offered are essentially industrial standards as well, so it looks good. It just doesn't have the flexibility of something like Atticus at the end. Now, I was assured from developers that they're working on adding more to it, so that'll probably be something that you see in the premium versions of the writing app in the near future. But for now, the 3 versions that it has for exporting, they look awesome. So when all is said and done, Reedsy offers everything I want in a book writing app, which is why I keep publishing books from it, obviously. I haven't used their paid services yet, so like the editing or the marketing people, but I would like to set aside some cash and give them a shot. But the writing app by itself is easily worthwhile. Now, at the end of the day, the best writing app, like I said earlier, is the one that works best for your specific needs and wants. I know people that love Microsoft Word. I know people that write all their books in LibreOffice, and they love it. It all just depends on what you get out of it. Personally, I like having all the necessary things I need for a novel at a click of the mouse right in front of me. It's all clearly labeled. Reedsy Studio is clean, and I have no problem using it. Now, I would like an offline mode, like I said earlier, but it is what it is. It all just depends on what you get out of it, and I get a lot out of Reedsy Studio. Anywho, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button for more videos about self-publishing, blogging, freelance writing, or anything else I cover. Hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Well, that's going to do it for me today. I'm going to go back to getting ready to edit this video. I'll see you next time.